Hi, welcome to PleasureSports. Today we're going to take a look at the O'Neill Hyperfreak Wetsuit for men. This is a spring suit, so it has short legs and long arms. You can take a look here. What's so great about this suit is it's a high-performance suit, and the features and functionalities are really focused on the stretch of the materials used, and the pattern cutting. So what we have here is a 100% Technobutter to neoprene in this suit, and that is some of the stretchiest neoprene on the market. And what I want you to notice here in the suit is these large pieces of neoprene, okay? And you can even see here on the back and on the suit in the lower lumbar it says minimal seam design. And what that means is you're going to get the maximum stretch out of the suit because you don't have a seam giving you limitation. So less seams means more stretch, okay? It also means that the suit is going to cost a little bit more money as well, because here we have a suit that's going to be made of larger pieces of neoprene, and sometimes in the manufacturing process that means there's going to be some waste because they're not going to be able to use those scraps in this suit. From wrist to underarm, it's very rare that you see this all the way to wrist and underarm. I want to point out why you pay what you pay for these types of suits is because you're going to get to stretch your arm out really naturally here, okay, without any resistance. You're also going to see how the suit is cut in the shoulders, no seams up in those shoulders, so you can really stretch out there as well. Same with the whole front body, side body. Take a look at the side body, long panels. Really anatomically designed to fit you naturally. It looks like a body is already in the wetsuit, and that's because you want the suit to fit so naturally that you don't have water pooling inside the suit, so that your body doesn't have to overwork to heat the water up in the suit, which is keeping you warm in the first place. Okay? So let's take a look a little bit more about this Hyperfreak. This is 2mm neoprene throughout. That means chest, back, arms, everything's the same. And again, it's all Technobutter. So there's not just Technobutter in the shoulders and then a different neoprene in the body. It's 100%. And what that means to you is you're going to get 100% stretch throughout the entire suit. Down here at the bottom legs, this is something you want to take a look at a wetsuit, is how it's finished. And this has a beautiful little finish on the ends. And what I like about this is when it's rolled over like this, you get you have less chance of getting rashy because it's rubbing. And when they use a high stretch material like they do here, it actually feels natural on the skin. It also helps prevent water from flushing up into the suit. At the wrists, it's awesome as well. You can see they're tapered wrists, but at the same time, with the Technobutter, I can really easily get my hand in and out of there. But the key is that we always want it to come back to shape. And we also know that if we're pulling on an area in a suit, that we really want the manufacturer to pay attention and double sew and actually put spot taping here. One, because we don't want a rash on our wrist. Two, we know we're pulling all the time to get in and out of this thing because we want to get in quickly, want to get out quickly, and we don't want our wrist to tear. Okay? So manufacturers really thinking this through. This is a chest entry wetsuit. I'll show you how to get in and out of this. We're going to pop this little clip. This is just a little safety clip to help you prevent this zipper from opening in your session. We're going to slide it across really easy like that. I want you to take a look here on this shoulder. We have a glide skin material, and we also have a drawstring. So when this is zipped up, you can actually adjust the shoulder. And why you want to do that in your session is because you don't want a bunch of water flushing into your suit, again, causing water to pool inside and your body to overwork. The great design about this suit is, and as suits have evolved, is you can notice on the right shoulder here, we don't have any way water can flush in. It's only one point here, and then there's an adjustment. So we don't want a bunch of water coming in and out of our suit. Up here in the neck, you'll see a glide skin roll neck. This is time consuming in manufacturing to do this, and it also costs more money, which is why you pay a little extra for high performance suits. This is rolling, so it feels natural at the neck, so you don't feel like you're choking. It also is glide skin and very thin and stretchy, so again, you don't feel like you're choking, but you also get a nice seal. It feels natural on your skin, so you don't get a rash. Up here, how I like to get into these suits, because they open right open. People get a little worried about getting inside these suits, and they're actually really easy. Just grab the armpit areas of the suit and just flip it. And what happens when you flip it out like that is you can see how wide this opening is to get in the suit. It's like a pair of pants because we're at the underarm to underarm, which is, if you look at a body, is some of the widest portion of the body. So we really opened this suit up to get our legs in. Once we get our legs in, we put one arm in at a time. So we can go ahead and we'll put our one arm in at a time, put our other arm in, Okay, and that's of course after we've pulled up the suit on our waist, then we put the arm in, the other arm in, and then the last thing we do when we're ready is we pop over the top on our head. But I also want to show you here on the inside of this Technobutter 2 wetsuit just how soft it is on the inside, just how well made it is. It's taped along critical seams again, so we're not feeling like we're rubbing, and we also have extra durability, and these seams are sealed, so you can tell that this is a glued and blind stitched suit. And what that means is it's a sealed seam suit, and that it was first glued in manufacturing, and then it was blind stitched. And a blind stitch doesn't go all the way through, so you don't see any stitching on the inside of the suit. What you see is a little glue seam line, because they use a fine needle to capture both pieces of this 2mm neoprene to seam it together, not to puncture the pieces of neoprene, because we don't actually want water trickling in this suit, especially if we're in chillier water. So in these types of suits, we really want to have a nice seal, especially if it's a little bit chillier water, because sealed seam suits will keep you give you more thermal protection. If you take a look here, I just blew some air into the seam and I'm forcing it at maximum. Here you can see that we have an airtight seam. So you can imagine I'm still pressing and there's no air escaping this neoprene. This is just a great sign and a great test of a sealed seam suit. And again, the quality that you get in the Hyperfreak series. So if I miss any details in this suit, and you can see it's jam-packed, and I also want to show you one last thing I almost forgot. This little hole at the back, which I love. If water is to flush in the one side that it can in the suit, over the shoulder, we have a nice drain hole here, and it just allows that water to drain on out, so you're not carrying around a bunch of water on your back, and you're not flushing it into the suit, so you don't get cold. It's a really great design. So if I miss any details, like this key pocket on the side, you can learn more about the Hyperfreak on our website at PleasureSports.com.